Cannot join. The lobby is full.
Oh, I'm gonna move right now. Here you go. Join now.
All right, hear me out. Let's see if I can remember. I think this is PB&J.
Yes, one of these
Am I
teams
wrong?
is PB&J. You are correct.
Gay and praise PB&J. What's the other team here?
Coinflip.
Coinflip Gamers?
No, they're just called Coinflip.
Ah, so they're not gamers.
No, they are not gamers. Fortunately. Let me get this giraffe link open up. All right. Here we go.
Brandino,
Hopefully everybody has
Aristolino.
just witnessed the greatness that was the other series. TK Gamers did pick up a victory. I was able to cast that with CLT. Sometimes things work out so nicely. Don't get me wrong, would have loved to see a 3-game series over there, but here we are. I do have my friend again, Xerostaya, here to cast with me. Hopefully this one is not as messy as Thursdays. To my knowledge, my OBS is fixed. I checked it, so we should be good to go. But yeah, these are the two teams. We have Coinflip versus PB&J. We all know about the story of PB&J. I mean, this is already in itself amazing that they're here in this position. Let's see what they can do against what is considered the best team, quote unquote, in the league. Coinflip have yet to drop a game, have yet to drop a series. They are undefeated all the way through, 10-0. While PB&J had a tough time in a really strong group of death in Group B, but they are one of the Group B teams still standing alongside Loaded Cannons and Small Brain No Mechanics, who will be playing tomorrow night at 7 EST. But that is not our focus right now. Our focus right now is this series. And you haven't seen really any of Coinflip, I don't believe, Xerostia, have you? Are you there, sir? Hmm. I asked my co-caster a question, and then I hear nothing. Don't flip too many coins, he says. There will be no coin flipping on this day. There will only be. I don't know. I ain't got nothing actually. I had no pun.
Sorry, I just took a step away. I went to go take some stuff out of the dryer. I will be handling that real quick.
No worries. Go right ahead. All right. Well, we were waiting on a member. It looks like everybody is here now. So hopefully we will get this draft started. Um, I anticipate a very, very fun game here. I think both teams are very good. But both of these teams, whoever wins, will have to face TK Benchers. And as of right now, I don't think that's what any team on this side of the bracket wants to do. As they have a pretty hot hand. Um, so yeah, so this is going to be interesting. Can though David beat Goliath today? That's the real story here. This series is all about that. Can PB&J shock the world? I think we would love to see that if you're a fan of upsets. Mel was in the previous game. My cat is attacking my cords. That is illegal. Ma'am, you need to exit the vicinity. Thank you. Appreciate that. Um, Yo, what's with this moss in the chat right now? Victor, get out of here, man. Get out of here with your moss. Holy moly. You're not a team captain next split, man. I'm gonna make sure it's somebody else. So I don't get some funky ass names. Moss. Give me something cool, like I don't know, the fire breathing monkeys. That's stupid, but I'm trying to think of a cool name. I'm trying. How about Liu Kang versus Shang Tsung? That'd be cool. Well, looking at this draft, we're seeing a male ban come out, so that champion is not going to be played in this game specifically. As well as a Shen ban. That is a Brandino top lane champion. Udyr, yeah, Darkhound, you will not get your Udyr. Sorry, buddy. Um, Neither his Volibear. I think that's his volley. And then Cassante being taken away from gameplay. All right, and the first champion here is going to be Jinzhou on blue side here. Jinzhou's been a pretty active pick. I do think it's pretty good, has a lot of value. I am not surprised it's being picked up here for Coinflip. Aristotle also does play the champion well. Hmm, that's interesting. That's my mom's name. It's crazy. It's as if you dated my mom. Kind of weird. But Syndra and Corgi from PB&J. This seems like a PB&J comp so far. Not straying away from what they do well, saying, hey, let's just focus on trying to beat these guys with what we are good at. So I do like the first two picks here. Does mean they are putting a lot of eggs in their baskets of the Syndra and the Corgi taking them so early on. And Talia looks to be the answer into Syndra, and then the Leona. Okay, I kind of would love to see a Thresh here. I'm not gonna lie. Send the Thresh. Keep the Corki safe. Make the Leona's life hard. I just don't know if Chewy plays that. Does Chewy play Thresh? Does not. Okay, it's gonna be the Rel. I mean, Chewy is a good Rel player, so I'm not against the pick either. It seems to be like a very just PB&J draft right now. It's almost as if like they're gonna be like, hey, game one is the most important game. Let's draft our best comp. That's already what I'm feeling from them at the moment. Well, not gonna see any Mumu in jungle, so they're really focusing Darkhound heavily here. Kind of wonder what else Darkhound has in the equation. I do think a Wukong angle is not bad here if they want to R4 it. I think it goes really well with their comp. Um, and I also think it's really good in Jinzhou. So let's see. Yeah, there it is. Okay. PB&J, I think drafting really well here. It's just purely like saying, hey, again, I just said it. It's a PB&J comp. If you're going to beat them, I tell them you're going to beat them here and now. Otherwise, you're not going to beat them at all. That's kind of what I'm feeling here from their draft. I also am kind of surprised that the elite support wasn't an angle. Um, Geoprow's been really, really like into picking that a lot. They split, but nonetheless, here is the Mbessa. All right, so Mbessa getting a lot of play now. It's almost as if once she's out of top lane, she's a viable champion. I'm almost 100% that's it's going mid. I don't feel like it's going top here. But the Renekton is an angle. And wait, no. Talia has to go mid, right? So it is an Mbessa top. Where's my brain, guys? I already forgot that Talia existed. Do they Renekton here though? I feel like you got it, right? That's Mbessa's hardest counters to my knowledge. I guess
Does
you.
gameplay play Renekton?
I mean, everybody tells me that everybody plays Renekton. That's what I've heard. So there it is. Renekton picked on the side of P, B, and J. So here we go. That's the drafts. What do we think of these two drafts?
All right. I'm going to start with Coinflip. So I like Coinflip's draft. I think the Talia is going to be a nuisance for 3 characters on the side of PB and J. Can also affect Corki. That would make it 4. Highly doubt Corki's going to be in range for Unraveled Earth, though. And Leona CC will lock down anyone who is looking to engage if they manage to get past the Unraveled Earth. Sivir will be able to maintain constant damage with the ricochets, so they have a lot going for them in terms of damage. Plus, Ambessa herself does a great amount of damage. I don't know how that matchup will go because I've never seen
So
game praise Renekton, and there is a sort of a skill aspect to it as well in the top lane.
you have the heart of a
I do
weakling.
think the Wukong will be able to get the jump
My
punching
countdown
Chow
is
early.
ready, even if you are
And
not.
I'm pretty sure Corki will be going mid and Syndra will be going bot with Rel. That's the characteristic PB and J picks that I am aware of. I think early game will be going to favor point flip. The longer the game goes on, the easier it will be for PB and J with that Syndra damage and burst to really shine.
Yeah. Well, I will say I just kind of in regards to the comments, I agree, Victor Apple, that the draft is solid from both sides. It is comfort on both sides. Like game one seems to be like, hey, let's play what we're best at. Let's try to get an edge in the series. It is 3 games. It's not 5. Next round is 5, mind you. So right now it's still kind of like that. It's kind of scary to lose game one still. You can't really give away a game. As far as Chengi, your comment,
What did
yeah,
I
I mean
do?
it could be a Kiepo Cannon. I mean this is one of his best champions.
Aw,
So
seems you left your brave pants at
we'll
home.
definitely
Want
see
me to
how
wait
it
while you go
goes.
get them?
Hey, never pick a fight you
There's
can't
certainly
win.
angles for both teams to win. I don't know if I favor any draft more than the other particularly, but I will mention that both Renekton and Wukong have favorable matchups, and that matters to me. So we already see a 2v2 on the top side of the map. They should just pretty much clap the Jin down, Bessa. Bot lane, it's a pretty chill lane. I don't expect much to happen down there for a bit. Then again, these guys like to fight a lot. Geoprow probably will flip, actually. He'll just say, screw it, I'm going in. But realistically, there's kind of like not... The engage is kind of hard to pull off for both these supports into both these AD carries. Unless it's like pre-level 3, I guess. Because once Sivir has her spell shield, I mean, you can't Q her and then W her. And then Corki can just W away from the Zenith Blade. So it'll be pretty interesting to see how bot lane plays out. But they'll probably just fight level 1 and everything I said does not matter. But yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is the David versus Goliath matchup here, Zerastaya. You know, can PB&J pull off the upset, find themselves in a semifinal matchup against TK, or will Coinflip continue their dominance? That is the question. What do you guys think of the chat? Let me get some opinions out there. Who we got? Who we liking? Yeah, we always have to wait for spectator to delay, unfortunately. Oh, you're referring to that. I didn't swap my source, my bad. There you go. Wasn't even paying attention. But there's still a spectator delay nonetheless. We weren't in game or anything. I'm keeping you guys on edge. Maybe I should really confuse you guys. What happens now? How do you guys feel at this moment with what you're looking at? Yeah, stream is starting soon. It hasn't started yet. Confused.
The old man probably has no idea what's going on.
Yeah, you're right. I'd be confused 100%. How's the stream starting soon if it's already started, Dad? But yeah. Any which way. Yeah, no Echo. I don't understand why no one wants to pick Echo for you. You know, if our man Haku is here, Haku is an Echo player. He would do it for you. But unfortunately, that is not the case. Wish he was. How about Young? How about Young? Yeah. You got to get a point. I'm trying to bottle flip right now, guys. While I wait. I'm bricking. Yep. I suck. Ooh, that was close. It was close. Can I do it before the game starts? That's the question. Yep, there it is. GG, I'm the best. $40 more seconds. It's like the longest 40 seconds of my life. What have you done to me? Gets me in video game. Hey, be nice to each other in the chat, man. Come on now. Are you in the game?
Yes. What is your clock?
5, 6,
6, 7. Perfect.
I feel like I don't have to ask anymore.
What's this moss nonsense they're putting in all chat?
Let's just say during the All-Star game, there was... These guys are such memers. There was Moss vs. Fire. Those were the team names. Some of these guys played on Team Moss. Sorry, I'm a sub.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
This chat is crazy. Yo, thank you, Summit Sports League, for coming on in. Appreciate it. Welcome, guys. That's awesome. For those who are just coming into the chat, this game is a quarterfinals matchup between blue side, which is team Coinflip, and red side, which is team Peanut Butter and Jelly. This is game 1, and it is a 3-game series. Yes, we do. That's awesome. I really appreciate that, guys. Hope you guys can enjoy the show. I'm not the best in the world, but I do what I can.
Syndra is actually mid this time.
Yes, we are seeing Syndra mid. We've seen definitely a lot of swapping with these champions. a bit this splits, but pretty standard for this game one here. Trying to see if there's anything for us to note. I didn't really check rooms before we got in the game, but everything looks pretty standard. Except for Geoproud did go press the attack on his Leona again.
Oh, looking for some hyphy Leona plays.
Yeah, that could really turn the fight's bot lane. But a nice scatter of the week there in the mid. A lot of damage there onto Krieger. Kind of a quiet first couple minutes here. Compared to the last series we just had, such a stark contrast.
Mid lane tussle.
Yeah, really well played there by the Talia.
Yeah, but bye-bye mana pool. Has to recall, possibly. Nico still has a practically full mana bar.
Oh, this fight, the Knight gonna go on the game prey, forcing out the flash. I actually did not notice that, but this Mbessa is flashless. Looks like both junglers will be on the bot side at the same time, so there will be a fight over the Scuttle.
Scuttle crab.
Darkhound and Aristotle are going to meet each other, but the initial engage here from Aristotle on the Darkhound, but Kepo has come. Bot lane is also roaming up. We make it a full 4v4 for a Scuttle, but it looks like we are going to back off instead. Oh, and Gayprey immediately comes back and loses his entire HP bar. I'm confused. I thought this was a counter. Did they buff Mbessa or something?
I told you there's still a skill aspect to the matchup. So if Gameplay doesn't know how to counter Mbessa as Renekton, then there's an issue. Plus, he has no ignite. So even if he wanted to cheese, he would have to give up flash.
Xin Zhao got both Scuttles. So Darkhound is at a bit of a disadvantage here. Gonna be down 2 camps.
Most of the vision lies within the rivers of the map too. So junglers are to gank, they may have to do some sneaky stuff.
Oh, Kepo very low. He has to be pretty careful now. One combo would be enough to kill this Syndra. But Syndra still has yet to reset. Talia did, so I guess that is a bit of the difference there. And Talia's got to take a second reset here. Interesting.
Is it a cannon wave? If so, that's fine. No, it's not.
Yeah,
she does have
TP
her
advantage does go for Syndra.
rock
Yeah.
surfer.
Yeah, I would say the passive helps out a little bit there.
In the end, I think Kupo will be missing maybe some experience over here.
Oh, a nice scene play here on the Jello, but Jello is going to be able to get out there. But a nice trade overall, as the Sivir was not touched during that fight. So a skirmish fight.
All right, chat. Who's getting the first blood? Because this is up for grabs still.
A nice side step there on the Scout of the Week. Here's an engage. You're going to try to jump onto Chewy, but Gearpaw's going to be careful. Full engage, but here's Aristotle flashing in. Going to jump onto the row. Bro is forced to flash away, but now here comes the Wukong. They want to fight here. Now Aristotle might be in kill threat, but do they have the damage? I don't think they do. Darkhound's got to be careful.
Leona has ignite.
That's
Bye-bye.
First blood. And now Krieger has arrived to kill this monkey and will. Oh, but that's a bit of a interesting TP from Kiepo. And he's just going to die. I think sometimes you don't want to respond to the play.
You know, you fire it in there and you just have to watch as you fly to your death sometimes, unfortunately.
Yeah, I almost felt like they should bring back TP cancel. Did that really make TP broken? I just don't feel like it did.
If they remove the refund on it, because I believe if you canceled it, you got a refund on some of the cooldown. That's how it was implemented. Maybe if they remove the refund, you still have to wait for that full cooldown timer. Oh, I didn't even notice. There's 3 on.
You win a W in my heart because you called the first blood correctly.
Yeah, so Coinflip was able to secure the feat of warfare with those 3 kills finally. And they have 1 for feat of monster slaying. And now PB&J has a feat progress as well.
Yep, trying to be aggressive here. He landed that Q. There was probably potential for the ult there. Oh, this should be the kill. That's going to be a solo kill for Kiepo. Well, once again, showing off on this Syndra. Might have been a miscue, but overall, able to make it back after that TP play. I will point out, Geopro is more squishy on this Leona. I was trying to think, and I was watching this fight topside. Oh, they're going to try to turn onto the Xin Zhao. So far, it's looking good. Going to knock him back onto the turret, though. Going to dodge out the ulti, but I don't think it's matter. Darkhound's going to die. Now Kiepo has to
might
try
have
to run.
some trouble getting away.
Yeah, I don't think he can get away, to be honest.
Alright, there we go.
And a bit of an overstep. I almost feel like they should have turned onto the Xin Zhao a little sooner. Like they had kind of an angle before he got near the turret. But they did not pull the trigger right away. Chewy's wanting to look on a play here, but going to be jumped on. Solar Flare will miss.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, big cooldown used, so Chewy does take a lot of damage, but no Leon all for a bit.
I think Chewy needs to stay to get this level 6. I mean, Jello probably is, what, halfway through 7? About. There is one substantial gold league in the game, and that is going to be in favor of Aristolians over Darkhound. There is about a 1,700 gold difference. Surprising, that's a lot more than I thought.
Oh, the full engage and Kiepo again! Oh my goodness. Feels like this guy barely misses the scatter of the week, and if he lands it, you're just dead.
If I'm Tilia, I'm going to respect the Syndra damage a little more. I mean, this is number 2.
Yeah, I mean...
Don't let it happen a 3rd time.
Hold on. Already got 100. This one is a Wrath. Doing like max damage, 790 plus. That's so much. Unleash power, broken spell, man. Holy moly. Nah, Kiepo looking great, TLT. Once again, the bright spot of this team in the early game. Darkhound, you know, unusually struggling a bit here early on, but again, I mean, if you can just kind of stay in this game and be a bit useful, there's certainly a chance. But they're going to try to play onto Brandino, but there is a ward here, so he should be safe. Now the Monkey's got to be careful because the Xin Zhao has arrived. Monkey has nowhere to go, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Brandino's going to drop the ulti. here's a full-on fight while Brandina's going pretty low, but we'll be able to turn this.
Got a teleport coming in
Yeah,
from mid laner.
Krieger is responding with the Weaver wall.
Oh.
But here comes Skiepo. Nice scout of the week to keep him safe.
And
Can't dodge out
okay.
the huge, but now there's a potential dive. The flash in there from Aristotle's going to pick up the kill. That's
Wind
a double
becomes lightning.
knockback. And oh my
Yes.
goodness, it will be a trade in the end, but it's going to favor heavily blue side here.
That's a fat turret shot.
Oh, they're going to turn on to Chewy once again. I almost think Chewy should have tried to turn and fight, but opting to run away.
There are no summoner spells used in that bot lane tussle, so
No, but there was
just
definitely a
ultimate
potential
drop.
turn. Instead of running, maybe just turn onto the Sivir, because you saw the quirky damage right there. That was a lot of damage.
Yeah, Corky is sitting on probably the Triforce on his back.
And we got a level advantage in the jungle right now, a 20 farm difference, and
Coinflip
two
is
kills to none.
looking to secure this dragon if they can. That would give them the feet and give them those fancy boots.
Yeah, but
Oh
Kiepo is trying to make
my.
sure this doesn't happen, trying to poke out the Talia, doing a good job at doing so. They're going to try to send the bot lane up to try to turn this fight early. There is no Cyclone on the Wukong, so I don't think there's going to be an angle.
Yeah, and Corky's resetting, so it's not looking like they're gonna compete.
Yeah, but they do not know the quirky reset as of now, so there still could be an angle. Gotta watch out to see what happens here mid, because if this Talia dies, all bets are off.
And it's happening. Oh, never mind.
Flash from Krieger, but that's big. That might mean Kiepo can get the push here and move into the jungle with his team. Talia's gonna
Top
try to
lane
come,
tussle.
but yeah, top lane is just going so bad here for game praise at the moment.
Let's see if Rengino can get this kill under the tower. And it's like we're gonna have Feats pass over to Team Coinflip.
Yeah, they're just giving the Drake. You know, I'm not really liking what I'm seeing from BB&J right now, especially out of the bot lane. I feel like people were playing a little scared. Trust yourself. You know, be willing to make the plays. Game ones have mattered so much in the playoffs so far. I think every team that's won game one has won the series. I'd have to double check that, but it kind of feels like that. But here comes Kiepo. They know there's no flash, but oh, Renekton just getting there in time. That's kind of huge. Flashing in there to get the stun, but where are they going to damage to finish off Brandino? Here comes the ulti, but the shield's huge. Wukong does get the shutdown. Now the bot lane's forced to run the solar flare, will land on the Chewy. Chewy does have his flash, but it's not going to matter. He's going to pop almost instantaneously. But now the monkey is all of a sudden going to be back in this game.
You know, another creep up on this Talia has actually garnered a gold lead over Syndra, even falling Syndra's ultimate twice in the middle of lane. So, you know, all it takes is a good roam.
Yeah, that play in the top side, I think, is the biggest reason why that happened. That initial play, first one.
Yeah.
But the monkey has found himself in a little bit of a better spot now. Not completely out of the game anymore. He is sitting in a ward, though, and they looks like they're aware of that. So I guess I need to understand, how does this Renekton matchup work if he's supposed to win?
I feel like if you're gonna play Renekton into Ambessa, you have to fully commit with an Ignite, and probably done what an Ambessa did, the Ignite teleport. But logically, you save your empowered W for a shield break if you can. I would assume. I don't play it, but knowing the champion knowledge, that's where I would see the countering, and he just has sustain built into his kit, and she can't outdeal the damage.
Makes sense. But yeah, Herald's gonna go down. Luckily, Unleash Power is not enough to kill there. I'll give the staff. They're gonna drop things off, pull everything into Matthias. He does try to sustain through that with the barrier, but it's just not enough. Chi
Oh!
ends up surviving. Brandino has arrived. Gonna drop the
Uh-oh.
ulti on Jello's head. That's gonna be a trade kill.
He
But
did expend Ignite as well. I don't know if that was needed.
probably not. But meanwhile, top side of the map, turret already fell, and Herald was acquired. They're going to drop the Herald mid, and they're looking to go on a Kiepo.
Uh-oh.
Kiepo does flash the initial engage, but does not flash the Xenoblade. That's going to be a kill for Krieger now, and the mid lane turret is going to fall. Well, there you go.
Unfortunately, it's not looking too good for
Legendary
PB&J at
Logi
this point.
coming in the chat and explaining the matchup for us. So basically, it's just Manager Fury, the use of W, and some slow pushing. But he is behind now, so much harder to play the game.
He's going to be turned into a nice pair of boots if he doesn't get out of this lane. But where's he running to? Not a tower.
No, he's running right into the hopeful arms of Geoprob. But they're going to try to turn and fight this. He's trying to cut it out. Darkhound has arrived. He's going to flash in there. He does end up landing the Cyclone, but a beautiful play there by Aristotle to secure the knockback on the Wukong. But oh, what is going on here? Geoprob, sacrificial lamb, I guess. No, he's going to flash away. He should be able to catch eventually.
Die.
Yeah, he does die.
Yeah.
Shutdown for the Wukong. So I guess that is something once again.
Overall gold lead, PB&J has a deficit of 5k compared to Coinflip. Most of that gold lead is on 2 members, and it would be on Aristolian's Jinxiao and Krieger's Talia. And
Top
another
lane,
potential gold lead is
Brandino's.
Brandino.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
I
Jake,
just saw the
it's gonna be
8,000
started
on
up.
Talia.
This is going to be sole point here at 19.5 minutes for Coinflip. This game is starting to get well out of hand. It's only a 4K gold lead, but it feels more like, honestly, something more around a 6 or 7K gold lead with how these teams are playing. Let's see if they can kind of find a way to flip the coin, or if Coinflip is just going to win.
I don't really see a clear-cut way for them to find an in, but if they can get picks, like they're trying to do here, that's probably the only thing PB&J can really
I
do.
think it was a nice attempt. It does burn the Sivir ult, so it's pretty nice. Oh, this looks like this might be the play. They're going to jump in there. Nice Cyclone, nice engage. They're going to try to turn back, but Jello surviving. Immediately going down to Geoprowl. Right afterward is Aristotelian.
Here comes
Krieger
Talia.
has arrived, but here is the massive Brandino. But there's so much damage. How much can he face? Think does get 1 kill initially. Darkhound trying to fight, but he's going to die. Gameplay just trying to zone out Matthias, but honestly, I feel like he should be with the team. Even if this Sivir does manage to die, does it even matter?
Oh, here comes another scrap. No fighting.
Man, they could have used some peel there, honestly. They just got it. I think they win that fight cleanly. Unfortunately, though, Brandino came in like Superman, cleaned up that fight. And even though there's some shutdowns, it's still an even 4K gold lead at this point. Yeah, I agree, CLT. Syndra's TP is coming up. Talia also does have her TP, but will have the Weaver's Wall, so might not have to use the TP here to get into the fight here around Otacon.
Yep. She also has the Swift March, so she is everywhere on this map.
Right now, the saving grace for PB&J is that little ward there by Otacon was not spotted out, so they do have the knowledge they need to know if they're safe.
We aren't aware right now. The Otacon that has spawned is the Voracious Otacon. Upon slaying this Otacon, you will receive a GA for your team, and you will have a stasis and be sent back to base rather than, you know, getting a good old gray screen to death.
Now, the Otacon obviously is a big threat, but the Drake will be spawning soon in a minute and a half. It's going to be the Ocean Soul, so if there's going to be a fight around this Otacon, it probably has to happen soon if you're PB&J. Otherwise, you're probably trading one objective for the other, and you have to choose. Right now, they have the ward coverage they need to deny the vision. Darkhound just trying to shove mid as quick as possible.
Uh-oh. Jello!
Oh, Jello, you can't walk there. You're going to walk right into the Seeded Blade, into the Solar Flare. Instantly going down. Jello's going to die. No, he's going to W away, but it's not going to matter. Creeker's going to spawn with the Weaver's Wall. He is going to die. Forcing flash out of both Chewy and Darkhound. Chewy, you are not long for this world. Bot lane of PB&J. Bit of a misstep here.
Huge Syndra stun.
Yes, nice.
Doesn't matter.
Scared of the weak, but yeah. It does not matter. And now, Soul spawning in 30 seconds. Your bot lane's not up for 20 seconds or so. It's going to be really hard for them to get in. But I really think you have to send it. At this point, it doesn't really matter. You win and lose. You die by the sword here. Gameplay, you can't face check. You are going to be killed here, and that's going to be a dead top laner. No chance to even try to contest this Drake. You gotta be aware of the situation if you're PB&J, and clearly none of the members of PB&J have been, and now this is going to be Ocean Soul going over to Coinflip.
If I'm PB&J, I'm already thinking about next game. I'm not going to try and linger on this one.
No, but they are the Game 2 champs. They always tend to lose Game 1 and respond well in Game 2. So I'm not too worried about PB&J, but it does feel like this was the PB&J draft, and they are getting crushed here in Game 1. So that's got to be pretty scary. Otacon now being started up, and Darkhound just going to be farming a camp here. I think they have to get there. It is pretty tanky, so it's not dying that quickly.
Here comes Talia's Weaver's
Here
Wall.
comes Weaver's Wall. Is going to stall them off for a little bit. Maybe you just kind of pull an angle here. No, that's going to be a knockback. Darkhound will be able to dodge it out. Drop a nice ult. But immediately going down is going to be this route. Gameplay is in the middle of the fight. He might get one, but he does not pull it off. Double kill for Aristotle. Aristotle popping off. It was a double kill for Brandino on the backside of that fight. And now Otacon looks to be going over for free. No chance to respond. Wow. One objective. Literally only one objective this game for PB&J. Absolutely insane here from Coinflip.
They've kept their foot on their neck the entire game. I'm unsure as to why Syndra is already building Void Staff, but I mean, does it really matter at this point? Uh-oh. Ah.
No, I don't think it matters too much. Honestly, at this point, I honestly think it's GG. I don't really see the angle here from PB&J at this point.
Yeah, it's looking like go next. Let's get a good draft. Let's play our early game better.
Yeah, Rel is gone off the map instantaneously.
Bye-bye,
Bias was sent back to the
Jello.
base, but it does not matter. Big fight. Huge ult coming out of this Xin Zhao. Darkhound trying to do what he can, but he's just not going to be meant for this world. You can run all you want. You can try to fight, but they got GAs. You're gone. Goodbye, Kiepo. Goodbye, PB&J. That's going to be a GG. And as quickly as this game did not start, nice and slow pace, it was a big boom in the mid game. And that is a 1-0 lead for Coinflip.
Woo! And GG.
Julie arrived to give Elfer some gold. Gotta pat those KDAs.
Oh my. A very commanding game and performance by Coinflip there.
Yeah, I mean, that
Krieger
was...
found a way in and definitely used that top lane skirmish to accelerate the game, and having Talia's easy maneuverability of the map allows that lead to be pushed elsewhere.
Yeah, but now this is where PB&J always shines. Oh, they definitely had their fun. But yeah, we're going to get hopefully into game 2 quicker than later. But in the meantime, what do you want to see out of PB&J here?
Oh, I mean, I think we need to help jungle. I know usually it's the other way around, but they need to help the jungle so they're not just getting drowned out of objectives. And if they have to give up some lane priority or force their laners to move as well and maybe win a skirmish earlier on in that game, because it looked like we could have had movement on that Scuttle Crab. I don't know exactly which team was able to secure it, or the early Scuttle Crab, but maybe they could have forced a fight because Krieger was at base and had to teleport back, and Kiepa would have been able to make it a 4v3
Yeah,
had they went for an early
I
fight.
do agree. I do think PB&J was playing a little scared there. Coinflip is a team that likes to fight. They're going to hand check you regardless. I think PB&J has the hands to do so, but it just doesn't look like they wanted to fight. They wanted to scale. Like I said earlier on, even in that 2v2 bot side, they jumped onto the Rel, but the Rel is pretty tanky. I feel like they could have just turned the fight back onto the Sivir. Yes, Sivir would have stopped one of the spells from this Rel, but even if one thing lands, that might be enough for Corki to clean up the kill, and a 1-for-1 there, potentially a 2-for-1 in favor of PB&J if Corki can play it really, really well. So, there's just certain situations I was a little confused by, but I mean, I know it's a high stress situation, so it's hard to completely judge.
Yeah. It looks like usually when PB&J does get a dub going, it seems to be an early lead in the jungle that fuels that. I just did a quick review, and if Darkhound is able to get a lead on the enemy jungler, he is able to impact the map a lot more easier and get objective control, and is able to fire up his laners. So if they're able to get an early lead on to Darkhound in game 2, they might be able to do the classic PB&J game 2 takeaway. And then game 3, that's going to be a coin flip, quite literally, if we get to game 3.
Yeah, and that'll be the first time Coinflip has seen a game 3, and who knows what this team would be in that situation. We don't know. We've never seen them. So I think this is PB&J's shot. You are the game 2 kings. Literally the game 2 kings. Understand this team is, I think, to my knowledge, Again, I can't be quoted on this for 100%, but I think they've lost every single game one, with the exception of one series against Icewall, where they got their 2-0. So they're known for a team lose game one, come back in game two, and then game three all bets are off. Let's see what streak is going to be broken. Is it the undefeated coin flip streak, or is it going to be the PB&J game two streak? One of them has to end. Hopefully we can get popping off here shortly. Is there a spectator in the chat yet? No, there's not. All right, looks like we've got ourselves a draft link. So they have won a game one CLT? What you're telling me? Oh, I didn't know they took game one off a sad. Oh, that's right, they did. I forgot all about that, man.
Beep. Stop spamming caps, Relentless. You've been warned. Nightbot is on your case.
Beep. Beep, 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 beep. Should I piss off Nightbot at myself?
Can mods make Nightbot angry?
I don't think my actual account is. No, it didn't. I put caps and nothing happened.
You
Huh.
gotta make it a longer word. Try supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That'll get you sent to this nether realm.
It didn't work. I was testing. I theory crafted. Did not work. Is it this? Is it the same? Which one is it? Okay.
You're a mod, CLT. It doesn't count. It's okay. I dare Nightbot to strike down another mod. That'd be hilarious.
What is this word that Vic just put in the chat?
Alright, let's break it up into pieces.
Pneumonia, ultra microscopic silicova canosius. What is this word, bro? Holy moly! That's not a real word, obviously, but like, what is going on? He's putting multiple
It's a
words in one.
lung disease caused by breathing in volcanic ash. That would make sense. Pneumonia ultramicroscopic siliconovanculinosis. That is not
That
fun
was
to
pretty
say.
close. That was pretty close.
Pneumano ultra microscopic silico
No,
volcanoconiosis.
no. I
That
wasn't. I wasn't reading the first word or the second one. I mean, the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I know what that is. I
even
was
though the
reading the
sound
other
of it is
one.
something ooh, dang, they're going through his band phase like quick.
Dude, what is going on here? This happened actually in the other series too. They like sprinted game two, pick band phase.
Yeah, the band phase the game too. Holy moly.
It's almost as if we fixed the
Zed.
series.
Oh,
They
does
must.
Kippo play Zed?
He does. They must feel like he wants it this game. Maybe they think they. Oh, they let the Skarner open. All right,
Power picks
Coinflip.
galore.
All right,
Wukong
Coinflip.
is open to answer the Skarner if they want to do that. I apparently they say that champion counter Skarner. I think Skarner still wins overall.
Going back to the Talia.
Leah.
I think Talia's okay here. It can knock back the Skarner E, so, and it's a spell that's on a pretty low CD, so it kind of stops his engage.
A Moo sad mummy.
All right, gonna go back to the Syndra. I do think the Syndra was good last game.
Yeah, agreed. I'd like to see something different, but if it works, no reason to change it.
I don't think the man Melbell. I can't speak Melbell. Melbell. I can't say anything. My language is lost. English is gone. The Melban
There it is. I was waiting for it.
is not is not a terrible ban if these teams don't know how to play into it. It obviously has a lot of interactions that I'm sure not everybody is familiar with specifically the W, the reflect. Nonetheless, PB&J kind of sticking to what they're good at, and I'm loving that from them. Again, if you're gonna beat Coinflip, you gotta just play what you can play because you're in an uphill climb here. But
Ooh, remember the Placidium.
Aurelia. Now, Brandino's a very good Aurelia player, but there are a decent amount of Aurelia counters. It's not like there's one or two. There's a decent amount. So I do think this is a pretty risky R3. Let's see what PB&J has. Maybe they don't really play many counters into it. Um,
You know
so
who would be apparently the best? It's gonna be a Malphite or Warwick angle. They ban out the
well,
Darius as I thought. Makes sense.
Malphite here is a little risky, a little, but it is playable, and it would allow the Skarner to play the game pretty easily. Because have fun trying to stop both a Malphite and a Skarner from being on your face.
The random Smolder ban, they just hate the dragon, okay?
And no, it's not random. Matthias plays it in the bot lane.
Yeah, but does Matthias have a front line to back up that Smolder from this draft so far? Not really.
No, but it's something he plays a lot, and it looks like at this point they're just saying, screw it, we're going to pinch the AD pool over the support pool. Um, I got questions. GeoPro, what's happening, man? You just done with the least support or what? You do all these spicy picks, and then you get into playoffs, and you're just going to play Leona? What is this?
Securing the dub. That's what it is. OTK, Tom Catch,
No.
Catfish Gaming.
What? Maybe that's a TK support. Because I don't want to see TK and Aurelia.
Uh-oh. Someone said, oh no. Not another Tom Cat. Oh.
My
My
PTSD.
PTSD.
Yeah, I will say it is very good for Jinx here. And Scissor for that matter. The thing is,
A
the
third Tom
TK's
Kench team has entered the league.
the TK's job here is not about engage, it's not about doing some crazy peel. It's all about just making sure that even if a Mumu engages or Leona engages, that their AD carry or AP carry is safe. Eat them up, spit them out, die for team, and then hopefully they can clean up after the fact.
I just
So
can't get over how hilariously zoomed in the Aurelia portrait is compared to the rest of the champions.
yeah,
She's serving face and brows.
should probably get those brows cleaned up a little bit. They look like they need some
At
work.
this rate,
They're a bit bushy.
oh Lord.
Call her bushy brow. She may or may not be related to Oracle.
Her name just locked in Tom Catch.
I respect the respect. I do. I will say. So does that mean that Geo Power just simply disrespects people all the time? Is that what you're telling me? That's crazy work if that's what you're saying. If you're saying that he doesn't trust the pick into good teams, then what you're telling me is that it probably shouldn't be picked in the first place. So now I'm generally curious what the answer to that question is. I wonder. Or does he feel that at least support isn't as good as it once was, which is also a plausible and fair reason not to pick it. He's trying to make teams forget he plays it. That's what he's doing. I know the real angle. He's trying to set up that TK matchup, but what he doesn't realize is he already knows that TK knows that he plays it. You can't outplay them if they know that you play it, buddy.
Highest game praise hashtag nut. God bless it.
What did I do?
I do not tolerate cowardice.
No, I'm not doubting that he hasn't played it before. I'm more stating that
It's
if
just business.
he wants to pick it in a situation like against, based on what basically Cool as Kitten said. He said that he doesn't want to pick it because it's out of respect. Basically, it's like kind of what he's leaning towards. But to me, it's like, are you respecting your opponent, or are you disrespecting your opponent then when you're picking the least? You know, that's what I'm basically getting at. Nonetheless, Leon MF is a great combo. MF Amumu is a great combo. I'm not mad with the draft. I think this is a fucking solid draft from Coinflip. Exactly what their comp wants to do, it's going to do. So, no problem there. I think he's bored of playing the same champ every game. Now, that could be fair, though. How many times has he played it? He played it that many times? Because if that's the case, he's played Leona a lot, too. So you're telling me next week we're gonna see Elite support and he's gonna kill you a bunch, right? Wait, you're not on that team. Never mind. He's gonna kill who's Bencher's AD right now? Holy moly, my brain. It's not working. Thank you, Strawberry. I don't know why the name was not coming to my head at the moment. It was bothering me so much. What would I do without you, Bori? You know, why don't you just come chill in the call, man? You can come cast with us. What are you doing? So what comp are you favoring here, Sarastaya? Hello?
Um, there's more synergies on Team Coinflip. TB&J still has comfort picks on two two roles. I'm pretty sure they have a power pick on this garner. Jax Aurelia matchup, is that another skill matchup? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is.
Jello farms really well, so I mean, if Jello is able to get a power spike of 3 items quicker than anticipated, Jinx will be a huge problem. And if uh, Leona goes that build where there's not a lot of beef because of the press the attack, no aftershock, no resolve tree. He did have Bounty Hunter and Cheap Shot or a Taste of Blood. I wasn't entirely sure what the secondary was. So, not a lot of beef. I wonder what build Kipo's gonna go for. Maybe the Bursty Syndra rather than the Leandries and Blackfire build. There's more mixture of damage, so they're not gonna be able to just build tabbies across the board this game. I think we might see another bottom scuttle fiasco. They seem to enjoy that.
I'm in.
And I'm at 6 seconds.
Yeah,
7,
we're good.
8.
What amazing work we do around here.
Yeah. Okay. Still has pressed the attack on the Leona.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Bounty Hunter and Cheap Shot. Alright.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
All right, Darkhound with the first damage of the video game.
Has cut down Absolute Focus and Gathering Storm. Okay.
Minions have spawned.
Really is conquered. Jax's grasp. Kipo did go the summoner area again. Good chunk of HP gone to a double up. Hate to see it.
It's going to bode really well for PB&J's bot lane, though. Getting the shove in early, get a nice bounce back, and kind of be safe. And then we'll be on the bot side here. Around the time it kind of crashes under their tower, we could possibly see a Skarner gank during that time frame. Question is that ward going to spot him in time? I didn't really see when it was placed, but it's on the Raptors right now. Watching it, and yep, it will spot him, so they will see him. Both junglers opting for full clears once again. Should also point that out.
Here's level 3.
Ooh, Jack's gotta be careful. Well, I see all those stacks on Leona right there. Or not Leona, but Relia. Talia already walking down. Starting up this scuttle. Looks like we're going to get another, like you said, fiasco here. Will they turn an advantage toss on to the Skarner? And so far, the Skarner looks to be the best spot. First blood is going to go over to this Amumu, but let's see how the fight goes.
Jinx is
now
excited.
They're turning on to Matthias. Matthias should be able to force the flash away here. No, cutting it out really, really well. Here comes Jello flashing over the wall.
Jinx is still excited.
Jinx
That
is
is
still
an out of
excited.
mana. Oh, never mind. Oh, nope. Out of mana.
Krieger
Talia.
now.
It's
Krieger's in a bad spot, but a nice
Oh,
knockback with a W.
maybe the
W
dap.
just misses.
Oh.
And that's going to be enough. Nice Xenoblade and a double kill for the Leona. I like the aggression there. I almost feel like, again, a little slow to pull the trigger from PB&J. Maybe they just go a little sooner. Could work out a little better here.
Yeah, Kipo wants to follow sooner, but Kipo is walking in blind. Pingy missing in that mid lane. Leona is the richest person in the game right now.
Yeah, but Jinx is the one that got a kill during that fight, as well as the Syndra. So that might be a bit of important here. As, yeah, Leona is going to be tankier, but there's going to be more damage coming out of these carries.
So first blood was Dark Hound, and out of that whole
Gotta be
fight.
careful. Oh, the Nakamura layer up this CC here. But they're going to turn here onto Aristelian. They're going to land the CC. This Amumu looks to be in a really bad spot. Force the flash away, but remember, Gameplay doesn't have his own flash. They are able to pick up the kill. Oh, but Darkhound gets hit.
Uh-oh. I
Oh,
think Aurelia
and
bit
he
off more than
lives!
she can chew.
Yeah, and Brandino will get the double kill on the Skarner. I'm sorry, Darkhound gets a double kill. Brandino dies for the double kill. That's kind of big. Skarner with gold is very scary. I know Leona got this double kill, but I do not want to see, after this red buff and blue buff fall off, Chewy and Jello being afraid. I think the Jinx is still pretty strong here. Already got those boots. So I'll be able to get those attacks off pretty quick. And Tom Kench can literally solo kill Matthias by himself. Welcome to Tom Kench Gaming. Oh, but Kiepo is walking into an Amumu.
No flash. Gonna
No
go
flash, gonna die. Another mishap. I feel like that's the third time I've seen face checking in this series. That's just been so costly when they just don't have to. We didn't see what happened bot lane, but I'm assuming that Geopower found an angle onto Jello here. Ooh, interesting the way that that worked. Darkhound's really, really big.
down. God.
Honestly, I would say if Darkhound just doesn't get hit, but he ends up getting smacked around by the Talia, and Talia's starting to pop off, but the Momo's probably going to fall here. He does. We don't see it, but bot lane is diving. They're turning on a Chewy. Chewy doesn't have the great health, but it's not going to matter because Jinx is going to pick up a shutdown here. Now they're going to turn on to Game Prey. Game Prey should be safe to jump to his minions. All right. Pretty interesting. No grubs taken, but this Talia is massive right now. Krieger sitting 3-0-3. Much better than the last game when it comes to the early start.
Yep, this is true. Yeah, Darkhound does have early kills. However, he's not able to have his team move with him to these objectives. He's going to give up that lead. So he needs to make sure if he's going to do that, he has support from his team.
Yeah, and they want the fight. Looks like he is not able to steal it. Nice dodge there. They're going to turn right onto the Amumu. That's a lot of damage. Amumu should die pretty quickly here. He does. So multiple grubs now are going to go over to the side of PB&J. But the biggest thing is no stacks here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we've seen this song and dance a couple times before. There is no unleashed power. Kiepo already used it, I believe, to kill the Amumu earlier. So
Uh-oh, Jello's
yeah,
not in
Jello's
a good
bad
place.
spot. Oh, but nice traps. Honestly, I think he's going to be fine. I mean, he's going to take a lot of damage here, but Should be okay. And then he's like, here you go. GeoPro takes some of that damage back.
Hmm.
But I think GeoPro will take that overall. He is the support after all.
Collect that rose. It's free experience and adaptive force for your team.
Very intriguing
Hello?
to see that Darkhound is up in the top side instead of playing towards this Drake. Once again, I'm just confused by the decisions here at PB&J. I think they're strong enough to have contested this. Yes, Talia is 3-0, but that's the only person you really have to worry about. But meanwhile, there's 2 kills on both carries.
Yeah, I mean, Kipo is coming back from base, so
But maybe this is
looks
the angle
like
instead.
Drake.
They're going to look for the shutdown. Nice impale. Nice unleash power. That's a shutdown. They do lose
That's a
Drake,
slow
but
teleport.
that's a lot of gold. And yeah, really arrives just to say hello, but nothing to come of it. So maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe that was the angle. They said, forget the Drake. Let's play for the shutdown. And Gameplay is going to get 2 plates in the top side. The gold is literally even across the board at the moment.
Jello's scared. Should be scared though. Should be scared.
Knows something is up. Weaver Wall is a thing that could come into play here. Deep check. They're going to see wards. Kind of picking everything out. They kind of have a feeling. Ooh, the Evenus is here top side. W does come out. That's a lot of damage. Oh, they're going to stun up Jello, but they did not want to full commit. Oh, and now here we go. A flash from Matthias. Here's the engage. The exhaust comes down. They're going to turn on to GeoPro. What can GeoPro do? Doesn't think he can do anything. He will fall, but it's a lot of damage coming out from the huge Misfortunar. Actually pushes them away. If that Skarner had Impale, maybe the Leona dies, but... Ooh, the rocket
Oh,
near
wow.
landing.
Well, it reviews Aerostall. So.
Ooh, but
Uh-oh.
Jello's
They need to get out of
below.
here. They need to leave.
Yeah, Darkhound just trying to play guard dog at this point.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's a full engage on the top side. Gameplay forced to drop his ulti. So it is going to be all for alt there. But a flash was burned on the Jax. Aristotle looking maybe for a play here on to Kiepo.
Does have flash available though.
Yeah, there could be an angle. They're just going to look to dive here. Oh, flash. Bandit Toss going to land, but a nice flash on the other side. Krieger is tanking. Krieger's going to fall. It's going to end up being a 1-for-1. Well played there by Kiepo, considering the circumstances. That's a net positive. The only thing is, Grubs will be started. Man, this game is just absolutely wonky. Never mind. Mumbo decides that it's not the angle.
Jello needs to move. Okay.
Let's see if they're able to acquire all the Grubs here. That'll be the question. Give them a stack. They do get 3 nonetheless so far, which is pretty massive. 1 more and they will have the Grubs. Massive. There's an engage here onto the Jinx. Here comes the TP. They know there is no flash on Geoprow. Syndra does arrive, but I don't know if they want to really full commit that much damage. They do drop everything, but the W is just so tanky. So Geoprow does land. Ooh, nearly gets canceled there, by the way, by Darkhound. I should note that Darkhound did get all 3 Grubs, so that is a stack towards feats here. Chewy's got to be careful.
Chewy, what you doing, Chewy?
Chewy's
No
all
way.
by himself. Going to be locked up. Going to
Bye-bye.
be knocked down. That's a dead Tom Kench. Very strange decision out of Chewy there. One that he does not have to make. Is not needed.
Oh, Darkhound?
Yeah, Darkhound probably tries to look for a play. Might be able to find it here. Matthias is pretty quick. Oh, he does land it, but the W is missed. Unfortunately, now they're just going to turn.
Jello has flash available.
Yeah, and it looks like the Amumu is just going to give his life at this point. Knows that there's no chance. Oh, wait. Trying to flash away. No bandage toss, so overall, kind of an okay situation. But Drake does spawn in 30 seconds. And there will be no impale here for this Skarner. But look at that top lane turret. It's really low. If Gameplay gets any time on this turret, that would be at least 1 feat for them. But the problem is, again, this Drake is the question, and Skarner isn't here. They're pinging onto it, but I think it's far too late for him to get down here. Again, no impale, but that is TP used by the Aurelio towards the top side of the map. Looks like we're gonna get a full fight here in the top side of the map. It's kind of pretty even at the moment. Oh, nearly gets the kill though. If he had another minion, Gameplay might have had a chance. Meanwhile, on the bottom side of the map, the Drake was taken, but they're just going to try to focus this turret down. I do think it's going to fall. He does get it. Now, Darkhound is fighting this Amumu over a red buff at the moment. He does actually end up stealing it away. So, it's well played by Darkhound. Oh, nice. Another scatter of the week. Forcing Krieger to flash. I think he used and kill threat there.
Krieger might have had the Seraphs available. I'm not sure if he needed to flash.
Oh,
whoa.
here's an engagement.
I don't know about this one.
I don't know either.
Yep.
A bit of a risky one. Does at least get the cleanse out of the Jinx, but now you don't have your flash. So.
Tom catch exhausted too.
Yeah, I think Geoprow's happy with it overall. But now no flash engages. Aristotle staying out of vision, playing this pretty well. They have no information. Matthias trying to bait, and it's going to be successful. Yeah, that flash is not going to save you, buddy. You're not long for this world. Once again,
Better get on the other side of that wall.
Does get on the other side of the wall, but now Darkhound's gonna be the one that's caught out. They're gonna drop a nice
Syndra
Mommy, but
things.
Syndra's just popping off. They know Cheapout doesn't have flash, but I don't think they should just chase into them recklessly. But there is a TP. Never mind, I didn't notice game prey. He is in there. Geoprow is going to die. They're gonna drop all the ult on the Krieger. Do they have the scatter of the week? Rocket is not going to land though, unfortunately. They're gonna try to finish him off though. A bit of a bad play.
Oh,
they were able to get away with it. They risk it for the biscuit, and it is successful for PB&J. I do like the aggression, but all in all, still gold lead is the same.
Oh, Aurelia's gonna have some personal time with the never mind. Looks like Kipo will go cover for game prey.
So that's no Curse of the Sad Mommy, and Impale is up. Let's see what this Skarner can do with that advantage at this Herald fight.
Yep, Herald's important. This could lead to feats being claimed by Coinflip if they are able to secure the Herald.
So Aurelia doesn't have TP, but it will be up before obviously gameplay, but nonetheless he is sitting top lane at the moment anyways. I'm trying to play this turret mid. Mumu looking for a fatty flank maybe, or maybe just stealing away some red buff.
Something tells me game prey is gonna get jumped.
Yeah, he's gonna be the focus, but he's probably just gonna try to focus down this turret.
No, this is good. He needs them to come down there so they can get that Herald. Doesn't have flash, so maybe try and go for a kill. Get a misfortune summoner spell.
Yeah, he's just gonna die here, but Herald will be taken. And with a minute left till Drake, I think that was a willing, good sacrifice here by the Jacks. As they're gonna get more gold. Jinx will get the turret here. Oh, I
Uh-oh.
feel like Chewy might be putting himself in a bad situation once again.
What's that Herald HP at?
It's 900. It will fall.
Alright, okay.
But this mid turret's now going to fall as a trade. I think the most important
Both
thing
mid
is here
and bot.
is Skarner plays very, very safe. Yeah, I mean, get a turret just to trade the turrets back. Kind of unfortunate. But now Dark has to be careful. That's a really nice appeal. Gets 3. A flash engage in there from the Syndra. Doesn't land the Scout of the Week. Neither does the Rocket. That's pretty massive for this Drake. But the most important thing is that there is also no Curse of the Sad Mommy.
Yeah, Aristotle also doesn't have flash. He had to use it to get out of the...
That's a nice amount of damage here on Matthias. It's a huge unleashed power. Does bring him very, very low. Will the bleed be enough? Doesn't look like it. Just barely surviving. But now Drake spawning with 10 seconds. They're going to have the move, first move, and they'll have Herald. But big damage alts are gone. Aurelia does have her TP. So this fight expected to be pretty wild and pretty crazy without these buffs.
I'm engaging right now.
Yes, I am, and that's what they're doing. They're going to be able to find a nice play to Krieger. Krieger's going to get exhausted on.
Aurelia teleport. Jello needs
kill
to get away from that
Geoprow. They need to
Aurelia.
help kill Geoprow so he can get out. He does get excited. That's really massive. Able to cut it
Aurelia
out.
misses.
But Aurelia might be able to pop off here.
Auto attack,
Oh,
auto
no,
attack.
dashing.
Slap.
Oh, but a nice EQ is going to be canceled. Aristotle should end up falling eventually. Now the idea is, can they kill Brandino? Kipple is trying to cut it out, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Or maybe it will, but the bullet time comes in. The bullet time will get a kill. Syndra survives, but Krieger's going to chase. Darkhound, where are you going to go? Nowhere, guys. You are going to eventually be a dead Scorpion. I'm certain of this. Oh, he's a little fast. Maybe not.
Tokyo Drift. Tokyo Drift. Oh, no.
I think if he just kept running the other way. But unfortunately, they will lose feats and soul point here. It looked so good initially, but I feel like Tom Kench has to understand that his job is not to engage on the backline. His job is to defend the Jinx. That is your whole purpose in this game with this pick. And so far, I have not seen that from Chewy. In fact, has he used his ult this whole game?
Don't make me go review footage, but I can't recall a time he used his ult.
Yeah, if he just needs to stand on top of Jinx, the moment that Aurelia gets in the TP right after the successful kill on the Leona, if he's also helping with will get killed faster, he needs to eat the Jinx, then kite back with the Jinx so they can kill the Aurelia. I'm sorry, I hate backseat gaming, but this is just the reality of what's happening here. And if he doesn't start doing his job, this game is going to be very, very hard for Blue Jay to have any chance at winning. Oh no, Chewy's gonna walk into them once again. Bullet time, say good night. Well, he's surviving for now. He does get the shield procs there, which is pretty nice.
Oh, we have a teleport coming in from
W is going to land on Geopower once again. And Darkhound, here he comes. He's a man with a mission. He's gonna get the start into the wall, into the EQ. Geoprow will be sacrificed instead. I guess that was just a bait from Chewy. Well played. What am I even saying anymore? Otacon is a thing. There are big ultis up. Here's the engage. They're going to try to turn on to Aristotle. They're going to get a lot of damage out of this Momo, but we'll trust a nice Chris to send Mommy. But oh my goodness. A lot of damage out of this Aurelia. Gets himself a double kill.
Uh-oh.
Oh, but a nice EQ to a nice rocket. Oh my goodness, a lot of damage. Brandino should end up dying. It's going to be a shutdown. The MF is still surviving, but wow, these fights are so bloody. Ooh, close in the scout of the week there.
How much gold does Jello have? Oh, he's gonna buy half of an item right now.
I mean, at the moment, I mean, the AD carries are pretty even here. The biggest thing is the farm difference. Otherwise, the items are pretty close. Actually, no. 3 items on this MF, so it's a decent gap.
Well, let's see what items MF has. She has opted for the last whisper component rather than the crit.
Yeah, I think if they're able to pick up this MF before the fight starts, I do think it's really heavily favored in PBJ's hands, but there's no opportunity. MF playing very safe, very smart, knowing what Thias has to do. It's not about really a lot of autos, it's about dropping a nice bullet time. But here's the Herald used mid. They're not going to try to force the Otacon with it. They're actually just going to try to let it crash in the mid lane. Very interesting decision. I think it's going to die regardless. Alright. Smite is used. Oh, is there a crazy drift going on? Like, what am I seeing? I'm not really sure. Oh, right into the trap to a nice scout of the week. Does he have the impale? He does. He gets it off with the Moo Moo. Can't land anything right now.
Alter, thank you.
Is making sure that he's surviving. Look, the Jax does fall, but the Jinx is going off right now. Geoprow's in there. It doesn't matter. Another nice, really, really good EQ. Krieger's going to fall. Oh, but the Jinx finally goes down. All that's left is Kiepo versus Mathis, and Mathis is going to slowly whittle down this Syndra. Man, it looks so good initially, but again, Thias being untouched on this MF was the difference. Alright, now Drake is spawning. Man, this game will never stop fighting over every little thing that's possible. Bloody game too, for sure. So this will be Soul if they're able to acquire it, but look at them all stacking in that bush. Darkon, you gotta be careful. So does Chewy. Don't get baited, okay?
Geoprow was looking for Jello or Kiepo. Wasn't gonna pull no trigger on no tank.
Oh, but here goes the engage. Oh, but a nice
Aurelia.
engage by Bandito. Is it a little early though? Maybe. Because wait a second, this fight, the bullet time does come out, but everyone's surviving. Nice! Impale on Matthias. Immediately going down as a triple kill for Kiepo. Make that a shutdown kill, in fact. And that's huge. They do get the Drake, and now they're looking for this mid laner. Maybe not, and the mid laner is going to find the jungler, or maybe not. I don't actually know. His Darkon's guiding it out very well. Doesn't get the heal in time, but they're just going to focus the base. What an impale by Darkhound. When you thought all hope was lost, Brandino looks for a flashy play, and I don't think it was needed. Trying to flash engage there with the Aurelia ulti, and now all of a sudden they're going to be on the back foot with no inhibitor. Now, Otacon is still on the table. We're almost at 28 minutes. And it looks like we're maybe rushing for the Otacon. There's still no jungler for a few. Or maybe a Baron. Ooh, a Baron rush.
They looked like they were going. But now, yeah, Baron.
Alright, no, in fact, nothing. They decided, let's just farm it up. I did think they have a window.
Jinx
but they could have probably killed
have
that Baron quick.
last whisper item. She went for the Lord Dami Mommy, which recently did get buffed. Has 40% armor penetration now. Jax opted for a Seeker's Arm Guard. Let's see if he could make good use of it this next fight.
So the Q slow, but Krieger does have a way to move fast. Oh, the Weaver's Wall. That's actually a big cooldown in this situation, as Krieger can still get to these fights pretty quickly, but now he cannot cut off a fight for one of these objectives. Oh, Darkhound's going to walk right into Aristotle. They're going to try to look onto Aristotle. There might be an angle here if they want it, but no, he just wants the stack. Ooh, Darkhound moving around really, really nicely. Oh, here's the Impale, though, onto the Amumu. Here's the Scatter of the Week. That's going to be a dead
Bye-bye, Amumu.
for sure. Darkhound picks up the kill. Now, what do they do with this angle?
Jello, don't get turned on.
Yeah, Jello's got to be very, very careful. Nice, looking at the Solar Flare. He's not going to land, but he's going to walk right into...
Oh,
no,
he
hit the
he
starter!
started?
Might have hit the wrong member, but now here comes Aurelia. Jinx Rocket is going to come down, but this was a bit of a miscue. Unfortunately, the auto does come off, so luckily the fight is not completely broken, but Darkhound is going to die after a very nice pick. Jax is trying to come over and help, but Kiepo is sitting there backing on a ward. Oh my goodness, PB&J, you had the opportunity. You could have done something, but Jinx, you just had to play a little safer. You did not have to step up. Don't get me wrong, the eat was bad, but I don't think you forced on to Geoprow there. Now, what can Jax do? Amumu is on the way. Aurelia is tanking a bunch here. All right, they're going to try to fight, but he's going to jump right onto the MF.
Oh my.
He's going to be brought down really, really low. Going into
Seekers.
Zarya's. He does have the jump. Does he have the E? He does.
Oh,
Can he
I
actually
think
turn
someone's
this?
dying. All right,
No
never
one's going to
mind.
die. He tried to play, but it just was not meant to be, and the Baron is going to fall, and it's going to be in the hands of the red team. They're at 29 minutes.
Hmm.
And now Otacon is a threat. Is this the GA Otacon again?
It is.
That's pretty scary, especially when they have Baron once again.
Yep, you don't lose Baron buff when you revive from Otacon. I don't know if that's intended or a bug, but you do not lose that.
It's not even that. If they have both Baron and the GA, it's kind of like you send it regardless, right?
Oh, absolutely. If they're able to secure Otacon, they can just run it down, get damage done on towers, kill people, go for end. If they die, oh, we still have a Baron buff.
Ooh, a lot of damage there on the Kiepo. Let's see, Jax did respawn. They're obviously still contending a bit with this inhibitor in the mid lane, but how much will that affect things, I'm not sure. We also have Soul once again coming up here in 50 seconds. Ooh, Chewy, you gotta be careful.
This
They're
is
pinging
looking
up.
a little dicey.
Yeah, it is looking
Jello
dicey.
is not
But
okay.
Geoprow might be caught out. There's a really nice Impale. Can that Soda fight? Will they be able to kill Geoprow in time? Solar Flare is going to come down, though. Here comes Aristotle. They can just find a way to kill this Jinx. Unfortunately, though, we do
Here comes
see...
Krieger.
Yeah, Krieger is coming, but oh no,
Bye-bye,
the
Jinx.
Jinx is getting
Yikes.
caught out. The bullet time is in. That is so much damage. Brandino may fall. He
All right,
does,
Kiepo.
but can they
Here you
fight
go.
this out?
Ye-
That's the problem. Unfortunately, they cannot. And now this MF is dominating. That's going to be Otacon going over and Soul. Both objectives are going to be free here. So even though the Baron didn't get as much use as they probably would have wanted, well, never mind. They're actually choosing not to go for Otacon. No, they are. Okay, I was like, okay, what's the plan here? Obviously, someone had to reset for the inhibitor there, but... So now they got the GA buff. At this point, I think if you're PB&J, you just need to play for this Elder. Hold out as long as you can. Baron will fall off. There will be another Baron in 3 minutes, but I think the GA dies after 2.5 minutes. Am I correct?
I believe so.
So whether they use it or not, if they actually are aggressive with it. As long as they don't end here. Should be okay. Yeah, Geoprow setting up a play. They are going to spot him out.
Misfortune has a GA. 2 GAs.
Well, that's
Wait,
kinda
I wonder
crazy.
how that goes. Can't wait to see which one procs first. Probably Otacon? I'm not sure.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know if either are going to proc because the facts are, when this MF's been playing, there's been not much kill threat.
Yeah, as the Axiom Arcan is in Gathering Storm, so she doesn't have
Alright,
to do
so
anything
nicely
besides
They're just
ult.
going to turn on Aristotle, but here comes this big bullet time. Immediately Tom Kent's going down. Now Dark Hound is in a bad spot. Bannock's going to land. Solar Flare. That's going to be a nice impale, but I don't think it's going to matter. There's just not enough damage. The rocket does not matter either. Now they're also fighting gameplay on the bot side of the map, trying to commit to this guy. Just trying to end the game for the side of Coinflip. And I think they have a good chance at marching it down.
Rally is teleporting. Oh.
Teleporting to the top side. They want to take everything. They said, "Really, get your ass up in the top lane. Maybe we can get multiple inhibitors," but they actually are going to defend. So
So much for the teleport. If you're gonna do it, you gotta get this tower. That's a waste of a cooldown. I mean, Elder's not up for another 3 minutes.
oh, gameplay. I don't think you want that, buddy. There was still a GA buff, and that's going to be a dead Jax. Never stood a chance. Don't walk in range. Nice job there by Kiepo. Trying to dodge me now, but again, GeoPro is just single-handedly soloing the 80 carry, and now there's no more Syndra. That's a double kill. And a flash bullet time from the MF. Jinx never stood a chance. Krieger's going to get the kill here. Chewy's running for his life, but I don't think this catfish is long for the world. Eventually, I'm certain he should die. Even if he doesn't, it does not matter because this game looks to be all but over. There was one possible way this game could have ended in favor of PB&J, and it's not going to be because at this point, I am pretty sure we're going to be seeing the end of this game. Congratulations to Coinflip. You're going to find yourselves in the semifinals. Your streak will continue. You will stay undefeated, and we will be moving on and out of here for the night. And I am excited because I don't have to cast anymore. Woo!
Ha! Very funny. I had no idea they were undefeated going into this, by the way.
Yes, PB&J did what they could, but it was just not meant to be. What a game, what a series, what a performance here from Coinflip. But here we are. We know what our semifinals matchup's going to be. It's going to be Coinflip versus TK Benchers. What a wild 5-game series that's going to be. You got any opinion on how this game went here, or any take you'd like to bring out here, Zero Style?
I don't have much to say besides that it looks like Coinflip is a really solid team and they know what they need to do and they execute when they have to execute. I think if a team is looking to try and throw Coinflip off, they need to make sure they do not allow Krieger to move around the map.
Yeah.
Because Krieger is moving around the map on that Talia, and he is at every skirmish if he can be there. And turning the fight with the Talia, especially with the early game lead, it was just hard.
I love Aristotle in the chat. You were listening to me earlier. Yes, all roads lead through TK teams, as I stated. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And that is just the actual facts of this split right now. Both of those teams have previous champ winners from the last split. So realistically, no matter what side of the bracket you're on, you are facing the defending champs, even if it's not the same 5-man unit. But yeah, I agree with your take about Coinflip. They're a team that's still a coin flip away, as funny as that sounds. I did see opportunities for PB&J, but they were just playing a little scared. I think you just got to be playing more aggressive at times. I like some of the plays they made throughout the mid game in this specific game, but few oversteps here, few oversteps there, and that's all it takes for Coinflip to exploit and win this game. So. But would you like to see if they would like to do an interview?
Let's see if they want to do an interview. It's up. Yeah, I mean, if they want to, they can hop in here. I have no opposition.
All right, let's shoot a message. Dang, I'm running out of chance to play. Yeah, no, it was a hard fought. Really fun to see and watch. It was 2 fun series tonight. Unfortunately, neither of them got game 3s. You know, with the exception of Thursday's matchup, it feels like quarterfinals has been a little underwhelming to me so far. I'm gonna bring a comparison I always bring in. I always bring the NFL into the comparisons, but you know, like their division round, which would be their quarterfinals, was the same way. But their previous week was really good. Like the first week of the playoffs was really fun to watch. And I feel like our last week's playoffs were a lot more exciting in terms of how close the teams were. But yeah, these two series today, you could see the better team, definitely. Not saying that the 2 teams that lost today weren't good. They're obviously good teams, but you could see the better team. So I'm hoping that tomorrow's last series will result in some more fun. So, and it looks like we are going to be able to get a little interview in here. So we'll get somebody in a second. Brandino is just kind of seeing who actually wants to hop on in. And it looks like I think Aristotle opted in, as well as Matthias. I don't know if I've been saying it correctly, but it's Matthias, one of those 3. Do you want to inform me on the correct way to say the name?
I'm sure any way it comes out is correct.
Okay.
You're what? That's so helpful.
This is how he acts in Champ Select too.
I say Matthias. I don't know what else.
Well, if you look at it, it could be Matthias, 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 if you really want to get really eccentric. So, whatever you're feeling.
I think either of the first 2 probably are more correct.
Yes, I agree. But yeah, welcome, guys. First off, congratulations. You guys are in semifinals. And this is your first split playing, so that's an excellent accomplishment. Let's start here since you are subbing in. And you've kind of done it a couple times this split because sadly we haven't had Swum back and we don't know if we're going to get it back. The 80 carry. Matthias, yes. So let's start with you. How did you feel coming into this series? This was the first playoff series for the team, and obviously you filling in. How did it feel for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think if we get to play our game, we look quite good. We're all played a lot in the past together, so it's not like a totally random substitute in. But when we are not communicating well, we definitely show a different team, and then you see a better coin flip than you did today.
Indeed, and that's fair. I mean, communication is always key in a competitive environment, and sometimes our brain clocks turn off and wild things happen. But that's also
our jungler likes to run in,
Yeah,
what are they gonna do? Come on.
I do have to ask, do you like the nickname I've given you in the jungle there? Is Aristotle...
What is... Aristotle is just fine. That is the etymology of my name.
Yes.
Yes.
I was figuring it was fine, but some people don't like when I nickname them.
Nope. Works for me.
Well, let's talk about you jungling today, because I will say you played well, but I don't think it was like your most pop-off performance. I think your 80 carry might have carried you, especially in game 2.
Oh, game 2 I got carried for sure.
What are your thoughts specifically though on Xin Zhao right now? Because I think he's a champion that has certainly some decent matchups, but I feel like you're the only one that really plays him in the league consistently.
Yeah, so the things that I like about Xin Zhao are that he has a very even scaling curve throughout the game. Like, there's never any point where he's super weak. And in complement to that, his Scuttle Crab fights, his level 4, like 3, 4, 5, 6 fights are very strong in small numbers. And so you see us getting into these bot lane fights, scuttle crab fights, whatever else like that. So he doesn't have the best pure gank, but he's really, really good at skirmishing in the river, and we do a lot of that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think he's one of the best early game junglers specifically for that reason. I think he can do a lot of the junglers. There's obviously a couple that he's not great into, but it doesn't look like many people play them or want to play them. For example, Kha'Zix. Nobody's touching this champion. So I do agree with that take. What I know in game 1 you guys also pulled out the Mbessa. Your top laner isn't here, but from what I've heard, Renekton is a counter to Mbessa, and everybody was jumping in the chat really confused, like what the hell was going on. Is your top laner just really, really, really comfortable with that matchup, or was it just like a miscue from the Renekton that he noticed, or like what happened there?
Yeah, he's comfortable with it, and he remarked on some ways that he was playing Mbessa differently, specifically in the Renekton matchup than you otherwise might, like when to use the W and things like that. But also, neutralizing top lane is pretty easy if there's no junglers involved, and we knew that both junglers are going to be meeting in the bot lane. And so he made a conscious choice to not do anything crazy and just play the game slowly from up there. And I mean, if you're not giving them too much, they can't take too much in a matchup like that.
Yeah, that's very true. He did kind of like keep himself near or under his tower for majority of the matchup, and then when he was being aggressive, it seemed like he knew he could. Obviously, the Ignite made a bit of a difference as well. But yeah, it didn't. I don't know if I really couldn't say if he was comfortable top lane on this Renekton pick either. But everybody always tells me it's Renekton, it's easy champ, so that's what they say at least. Zerastaya, do you have any specific questions about these games?
The Leona pick seems to be a
Ban Leona.
thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've drawn bans on it in past series, and so if they're gonna leave it up, we'll just take it. It's an easy
I
go
see.
button, and George likes to
Yeah.
go.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I've noticed. The man's
as you
driving
can
the
see-
tower with no one else there.
Our support often finds himself deep in the enemy jungle alone, saying, I'm going to fight this guy. And we just have to rotate over and help him. And it works out most of the time.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, there's definitely were some angles where it almost cost you guys, but luckily, sometimes it was just more he stalls long enough, and it's just enough for you guys to show up and clean up afterwards. But yeah,
I know that some other supports in the league are not a fan of Bloodsong Leona. They're wrong. We're trying to show them that they're wrong. And
getting
Bloodsong
nerfed.
is getting nerfed.
Yeah,
On melee only though, right?
Correct.
Ah.
Leona.
And
Yeah.
the duration for the damage amp is being nerfed across the board.
Oh
pretty
yeah,
sure.
that's probably
I like
good.
the aggression. It reminds me a lot of when Leona Fervor of Battle was the thing.
Oh, yeah.
With the PTA. I like the angle. I think Leona, oddly enough, is one of those weird champions that could do weird, stupid shit like that. Like, I think you could even go Conqueror if you wanted to be real weird about it.
Oh, he has.
I am sure.
Have you seen the Eclipse
PTA
Leona?
Conqueror. The thing is, even if you don't succeed, you still kill their tempo, right?
Yeah, exactly. The W is just like kind of broken on her. That's what allows her to do what she does with those different keystones.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think maybe a W nerf should happen if this becomes meta. So let's hope it doesn't, because if it does, then it's gonna wreck everyone's solo queue games, and GeoProw is just gonna be like rank 1 challenger or something.
Yeah. I also want to draw your guys' attention to the Talia pick. I don't know if you know this, but our mid laner is a literal Talia one trick.
Okay.
What?
Look him up on OPGG. 90% of his 200 games last season were on Talia.
That is wild.
The first series hasn't been banned.
It's been first banned against us every single game.
So I haven't. I obviously should have noticed this by now, and it's something I had an oversight on, because I did kind of go like, I don't remember seeing this guy play Talia, but then again I was like, who knows, But now it makes more sense. Yeah, it makes more sense.
Yep.
He
has not been allowed to play it.
I will say he was very good on the Talia, but at the same point, Geppo was very good in the Syndra. So it was a fun matchup to see. I don't think, though I think Talia popped off, especially specifically game 2, the Talia was beatable specifically
in lane.
here. Yeah, it was.
In lane.
It's a lane. It's a lane
is
counter pick. But I don't know if you guys noticed the damage that he was pumping on team fights, but it was ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Jello was just sitting there and eating all the damage. I'm like, does Jello realize Talia is like gonna kill him? Like, what's happening here?
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not knocking his player in any way when I say it was like beatable. It was more like I was impressed. Now that you guys are telling me what you guys are telling me, I was very impressed with Capital even more. To be able to play it into a very good, obviously one trick Talia player.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
but yeah, it allows you guys to have a lot of map movement, and I assume that moving forward, that probably doesn't get left open again. The old adage, "Fuck around and find out," right? I think that's what everybody
Yep.
did today. Um,
They did it twice.
yeah, technically,
I
Like
don't
it
know.
wasn't
That
the
was
problem the first game, right? It's easy to look at that game and say that Talia wasn't the problem, and in isolation, it was fine.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was in that first game. I actually, looking at the first game, for me, if I were to like pinpoint anything, it'd honestly just be I feel like P&J was not willing to pull the trigger at certain times. Like, I think they had some angles on even like bot lane when you guys were trying to like kill Rel. I think Rel could just turn back instead and say like, okay, you can pump as much damage into me as you want, but I'm still tanky and I can get all my abilities off. Stuff like that was very strange to me. Yeah,
We noted that they were
We
playing
noted that
passively
going into
bot
the
lane.
second game,
Yeah.
I went really greedy rune page because they were playing really passive with exhaust.
yeah. So, yeah, it was a fun series though. Overall, was there anything else you guys wanted to note, since you guys also noticed some stuff, or any more questions that we had before we head out of here?
Yeah, I tuned into the stream after the first game, and someone made the comment about needing to help out their jungle. And that was, we were spending a lot of time in our comms talking about rotating for jungle objectives, for scuttle crabs, for denying and counter ganking and things like that.
I brought
and,
that up actually.
and in the second game, they did do a better job of that. Like, I know
They did.
you,
Yeah.
you saw that the first fight in the second game was actually much closer than the first fight in the first game, because they rotated sooner and they were prepared for it, unlike in the first game.
Mhm.
I had to tell them to
Oh,
stop screwing around topside and come back bottom.
Yeah.
bruh.
I think you guys are gonna have a great matchup against TK Benchers. Obviously, I know you guys know gamers. I'm assuming you probably know some adventures too, then, if not all of them.
We're acquainted.
Yeah, acquainted. There you go. So I'm sure it'll be a fun matchup. How do you guys feel going into that series? What are your guys' thoughts?
Chengi is way better than me, so I'm a little worried about that. But we have strength elsewhere.
Okay. Well, I will respect the humbleness of yourself. You know, it's always good to know. But I don't think you're any bit of a bad player in any way. So I don't think you should have to worry. And I think it'll be a fun matchup between you two. Just don't let him play high impactful picks. Make him play.
Oh,
boring.
sure.
Make him play boring champions. Make him play a Mumu.
I want him to play Lee Sin. I want to get styled on.
You want to get styled on? Yeah. I mean, he was a non-factor in that game 3. I just want to point out when he played Lee Sin. So, not even trying to hate. He just like when you looked at that Scorch series, and they got to that game 3, he was like 1-1 the whole game. It was just a Blanc killing everybody. So.
Yep, that is true.
Pretty crazy. So maybe you won't get styled on. You'll just get hello one time, and then he'll just disappear into the jungle again.
We have our teammates leaking scrim results in the chat here, so
Bruh.
that's good. So
Oh,
now you know.
all right. So what you're saying is it's doomed for them. Got it. Well, scrims.
So that was very early in the season. Those two blocks.
I would like to point out we scrimmed some teams, and then beat them after we scrimmed them. Like, they beat us in scrims, but we beat them later on. So I don't think scrims are all tell. You got to remember, everyone's trying different champs. They might even be trying different ways to communicate. I mean, there's just so many different factors to take into account. It does give some info, and it can give you some confidence if the team that won. But I don't think you take that and go, all right, GG, we're taking it and running with it.
Yeah, we definitely needed a confidence boost after getting smashed in a couple scrims recently. So
We tend
I'm
to
glad
sprint
that
our
this game worked
scrims.
out. Yeah.
Definitely helps. But yeah, with that said, I mean, I guess my last question is this: how do you guys feel about, the fact that it's a 5-game series next week? How do you guys feel about that? Like, you guys mentally ready?
That's a lot of games.
Yeah,
It could be, sorry.
could be. It could just be a 3-0, and then you're just like done.
I think that Matt, what do you think? You're gonna get to play Smolder one game in the 5?
Maybe. Might have to take it first round though. People don't seem to want to give me the smolder in the second round.
Yeah,
He's underpowered, man. He's not good. They should let you play him.
Yeah, I don't really know. I personally don't think Smolder's in a great spot. I've seen your Smolder. I think you are good at the champions. That's not really the problem. I just think it's overall like meh. So I think
I
that,
agree. They
but
shouldn't ban it.
but they ban it probably because they're just like, why give the free, insurance of late game, quote unquote,
Well,
So,
he's like slippery, and a lot of teams pick melee meatballs, and so Smolder just pumps into those comps.
which is somewhat true. Yeah, I will agree there. I think if you're picking Smolder, you just pick Vi as the counter and just slam the fucking Smolder's face with it. But I also think Vi needs to be picked in good spots to work anyways. So you can't just slam it for fun. That's for sure.
Yeah, long series is going to be a good time though. I think that there's a better chance of a series meta developing in a best of 5 than in a best of 3, especially if it's a 2-0.
Yeah, exactly. And I've always stated I think the best. I don't want to make this like a full on conversation, by the way, chat, but I do want to point this out before we finish up. This is my last note here. I do think a 5-game series will really truly show the best team, because in a 3-game series, sometimes like by the time you figure out a team, it's just too late, right? Talk about that 2-0, right? Well, what happens if you're the team down 2-0? You might have figured them out in game 2. You might have an answer now, and all it takes is one win in a series at that point to make it a series. All of a sudden, you win one, maybe they're sweating a little bit. You win 2, and now all of a sudden we're going to game 5, and then all bets are off. So, I do think we'll see truly who the better teams are when those series happen. But
Yeah, it'll be fun.
yeah, that's it for me. So, anything you guys want to say before we head out? Any be it bullshit talking you want to give over to TK?
Yeah, I mean, they are the worst TK team, so I feel like we have a better chance of beating them. I know that their seed is higher, but let's be honest, they don't have Bori. They don't compare.
All right. Well, there it is. There it is, guys. They have called you out, so best be ready to duke it out.
Worried.
Yeah, poor Edith. All right then. Well, Zerastai, do you have anything to say before we end the stream?
No, I had my questions answered.
All right, great. Well, I want to say thank you too for coming on and being a part of an interview here. I want to say congratulations once again. And with that being said, look out for the match tomorrow. It's again at 7 EST, 6 CST, depending on your time zone. It's going to be between I'm about to say PB&J, between Load the Cannons and Small Brain No Mechanics for that last spot in the semifinals to face TK Gamers. So thanks again, guys, and have a wonderful night. GG.